Welcome everyone to Life as a Yoga Teacher. I got to work early today, so I wanted to show you what I do coming into the studio. First, gotta find the keys and unlock the door. I come in, I lock the door back up, and the whole place is to myself. I love it so much. All right, so we're going to just roll out our mat. And I like to do one mat on the top of the long mat, so that way if I have to show different kind of sides of a pose, I'm able to do that. Then I jump into my own practice. You're welcome to join me if you want. Please be mindful of your body and know what you can do and listen. All right, so we're going to start by raising our arms overhead, finding a slight back bend, then finding ourselves into a forward fold. Letting our head hang heavy, come up into a halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale again, halfway lift, bringing our arms up overhead, ears between the biceps, sitting down into our chair posture. Holding our chair pose, we're breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, coming back down into a forward fold. Walking our hands out into a high plank. Rocking back and forth, getting a nice stretch in the back body. If I was my teacher, I would say lift your head just a little bit. Now pushing back into our downward facing dog. Walking our dog out here, bending at the knees. Lifting up one leg. Whatever leg it might be for you. And then inhale as you stretch out long. Exhale as you bend at the knee and bring it into your chest and hover over the floor. Inhale, stretch out long. Exhale, bring it into your chest. And then look up as you pull your leg all the way through. Coming up into our high runner's lunge. Breathing in here, bringing our hands to heart center. Bend in that front knee, really coming up, bringing the back of our knee towards the ceiling, and we're crossing the body here. On your next inhale, go ahead and come into a revolve back bend. Inhale back to center. Bring your elbow in line with your thigh and reach your arm over your head and maybe even create a bind, opening up the side body there in this revolve crescent. Lifting up your hand, bringing it back down to heart center and coming back to the center line of gravity here. Framing your foot, planting your back foot, and opening up into this big, nice, yummy stretch. This open twist, bringing your back foot to the front of the mat and following up with a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to the top of your mat. Maybe you find a back bend over there looking up at your thumbs or your pinkies, and then finally coming down to the heart center. Okay, shake it out. Let's do that on the other side. Alrighty, so we're going to inhale all the way up, come all the way down into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, find that high plank. Once again, shifting back and forth, just finding any kind of movement that might feel nice here until you bring your hips back into your downward facing dog. Walking your dog out here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then we'll find our three-legged dog. Inhale as you lift that leg high in the sky. Exhale as you bring that knee into your chest, hovering over the mat, pointing your toes. Inhale, exhale, linking breath with movement until you bring that foot all the way through, finding that high crescent here. Arms come up nice and high. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, really connecting that center space there before we rotate over to the opposite side. Arms come out nice and wide, palms face forward, and then tipping down into that revolve crescent, hooking the elbow if you choose, bringing your arm up high, and then creating that bind behind our back. Maybe you can even feel that crease of your hip flexor across the body there, or behind the body. Lifting our arm up back into our practice, into our hands, prayer hands, back into our high crescent. Keep on breathing here. Inhale, exhale, plant your hands, frame your foot. But let's heel toe that foot out a little bit so that we can line our arm up with the shin and the knee, bringing our opposite hand up high, and then bringing it all the way down. And as we bring it down, we bring that back foot up to meet the mat. And we're at the top of our mat in a forward fold here, wrapping our arms around our hamstrings or the back of your knees. And our torso is on top of our thighs. And we're just pumping some forward folds here, straightening and bending our knees, keeping our chest intact with the top of our thighs. Inhale, once you're ready, find your halfway lift. And finally come up to a high mountain. Inhale here, exhale, back bend. Inhale, exhale, back to heart center. Go ahead and shake it out. Now that I've done my practice, I go ahead and open the door. I put out the mat and the sign. Yes, it says the worst pose is the chair pose, and so I had to try that. Waiting for all of our students and any of you who want to join us at Humble Heart Yoga Studio. Thank you.